Hey kids, it's me, Rocket Raccoon, your beloved anti-hero from the Guardians of the Galaxy. I've been having the most radical space adventures with my other friends, and I'm here with a special message from Disney about how you should learn to stop worrying and love the C word. I'm talking, of course, about capitalism. You might be hearing a lot of wacky men talking about it like it's some kind of bad thing, but if it weren't for the C word, I wouldn't even exist today. That's right, kids, my very existence depends solely on a market-driven economy capable of generating enough revenue to fuel a massive team of worker drones to animate me. You see, Guardians of the Galaxy wasn't a very popular comic book franchise, and even though virtually anything Marvel Studios makes prints money faster than Bernie Madoff playing Monopoly, there's still a bit of a risk to bring this wacky and highly merchandisable franchise to life. And that's where I come in. Well, me and some good old-fashioned TNA. Yeah, bankable stars aren't even completely necessary. Remember, Chris Pratt wasn't even God's chosen actor before the first film. Before then, you probably just knew him as that heavy-set fellow from Parks and Rec. But we shamed that fat right off his body. And by shame, I mean made him contractually obligated to get tighter than Chris Pratt's. But after people have been moved to completion by Chris's titillating physique, the real ticket pusher is the spectacle. Because the amount of visual effects in films have skyrocketed from a few dozen in a motion picture in the 80s to thousands in the average summer blockbuster now. We've gotten to an age where entire films can be one giant digital effect.
Make your dreams come true!
Remember the original animated Lion King? Well, now we can see the whole new animated Lion King that's made to look like a real lion, except, depressing.
You should let them know who's in charge now.
All this wonderful nonsense is only possible thanks to the hard work of hundreds and hundreds of digital artists, working inhumane hours during what is called the crunch. You see, movies are ready a month before a release date. Hell, they're not even ready weeks before a release date sometimes. The special effects team can keep working on a project well up into their final days, doing exhausting work that is often underpaid, just to meet the deadline. Employees for numerous companies have complained about working 80 to 100 hours a week during a crunch, and in the case of certain projects, like Seth Rogen's animated comedy Sausage Party, not getting paid at all.
Hey! I'm gonna fix you! I'm gonna fix this!
You want a real example of this? Look no further than beloved mascot of now laughingstock shadow of their former empire, Sega's Sonic the Hedgehog. For decades, fans have been demanding a real-life Sonic movie be made. Just kidding, no one would ever want that. What kind of perverted, fever dream, cocaine-laden executive generally thought anyone would want to see a live-action realization of a beloved children's video game? The plot of Sonic isn't exactly Dickensian in scope. A blue junkie has to free robot animals from an obese scientist. Seriously, not even Yui Bowl could look at that script and think it's worth investing in. Which is, of course, complete and utter sarcasm again, because Yui Bowl would film Yui's bowels given a paycheck.
You're easier giving $600,000 if you make a movie about some wizard in the forest, or for another, whatever, Marvel Avengers bullshit dirt.
So the movie is made and even featured one of the more popular painters of the 21st century, Jim Carrey. And then, this happened.
Gotta go fast.
I was rooting for you! We were all rooting for you! How dare you! Learn something from this!
Turns out Finding Neverland wasn't the only film coming out this year that sought to forever destroy your childhood. There was also the Sonic the Money Grab. Even the first release poster only made people more confused. Sonic had bizarre hairy legs and looked like he was anthropomorphized.
Stop! He's already dead.
It seemed like the perfect stew of things people never asked for, and demonstrated that no matter how many shitty games were to be released one after another for decades, people still felt that a beloved franchise could be further shit upon. There's nothing more 90s than Gangster's Paradise and a paralyzing sense of fear that makes your genitals useless. That was the Sonic trailer in all its horrific glory. Sure, people could have rolled their eyes at seeing Ace Ventura back on screen with a mustache. Or wonder why James Marsden was selected as a male eye candy, considering he most likely appeals to the mothers who are taking their daughters to the film than the key demographics itself. Seeing Sonic come to life as a meth-ridden Teletubby was too much for the public to handle, and the backlash was fierce. Internet fierce. Then, on May 2nd, 2019, Jeff Fowler, the director of the fire taking place inside the dumpster, was quick to point out that the team had listened to the people. You see, the people had spoken, and Paramount was a company of the people. Absolutely nothing to do with the fact that they saw potential risk to their bottom line.
I've been doing this too long to be waiting to predict certain things happening. You know, like you don't want to expect it to happen. No one knows they're going to be a part of something, you know, a massive hit. But sometimes
From the get-go, it feels like it's gonna be.
In fact, Paramount had refused to comment on the incident altogether, despite Kotaku asking for more information on how they plan to do years of work in the span of a few months. Not that they'd have to, because I know how. Grueling human labor. Biblical style. Like the good old days. Those lucky animators will feel the biggest crunch since Eric Trump finally catching the carrot his father had strung to his head since childhood.
You're my kid brother, and you take care of me? Ever think about that? Huh?
And why shouldn't they? They want to keep their jobs, don't they? It's not like there's any other way to do things. It's not like there's an open source software, say a program like Blender.
Fantastic kitchen. Alien prison.
It's not like people who work on assets share them online, reducing the amount of hours necessary to create complicated scenarios of textures completely from scratch. It's not like there was an economic model that allowed for open creation to thrive instead of compete directly with each other, that it would actually allow many individuals to work on a piece of art collectively and far more efficiently without the sweet, sweet cost of human misery. It's not like one single kid could remake the entire Sonic trailer himself and do it in a way better than a studio with millions of dollars and hundreds of people at his disposal.
Gotta go fast.
Look at this! I took 9 million steps today.
After all, you want to see a big things explode and then crash into each other, combining into a fantastic explosion that explodes. And movies have shorter production times now and even shorter release windows, so that means more human fingers have to move faster and faster until the world's the coolest thing it can be. And soon, the average summer blockbuster will cost $1 billion to make, and with advertising be expected to bring in at least $2 billion worldwide to be considered a success. And that means giant projects can literally bankrupt studios if not handled correctly. So you'd best believe it's the workers, as always, who will be expected to pick up the slack when people don't like what they see.
Did you enjoy what you just watched and now crave more nectar of the damned? Did you know that if you're watching on YouTube, you're only getting half the surfy experience? We upload all of our content commercial and censorship-free to our Patreon. Due to the general demonetization of our videos, we now upload half of our original content directly to those who can help us produce this show. Want even more nectar than that? Well, come join us at twitch.tv/TheSerfsTV, where we do weekly live streams, debates, interviews, AMAs, and more. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can help support our show 100% free by subscribing to our Twitch channel. So come join us, be merry, and know that your support is helping us do great things.
Like pay rent and eat.
Let Fredo take care of some Mickey Mouse nightclub somewhere.
We now worship at the altar of Miranda Marone and Sappy Rat. Do check out their SoundCloud and Discord respectively, and thank them so much for supporting the Serfs. A big thanks to our lords Kyle C. and Ricky Pilgrim. You truly are the pillars of our organization. And also a big thank you to Josh Mickelson, Schizosaurus, Dr. Zayas, Dylan Byth, Andrea Lynn Epperly, Daniel Kahn, Angela, Barbara Sherman, Jed Lewis, Elabin Dudayev, Beck Hewitt, and Todd Lajeunesse.